Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Twin States News. I'm Nicole Menner. Last week was tough on the Mississippi State offense, and things took a turn for the worse on Saturday as MSU hosted Dan Mullen in Florida for the first time since Mullen left Starkville for the Sunshine State. And things were far from sunny for the Bulldogs as the Florida Gators defense dominated from start to finish in the 13-6 Gators win. The offense could hardly break the 200-yard mark while they also struggled running the ball. Nick Fitzgerald carried 20 times for just 32 yards in what is one of the most challenging offensive ruts that Coach Joe Moorhead has been a part of in his coaching career.
For the second week in a row, we were unable to get anything going offensively in the second half, getting behind the sticks a little bit. Got to get the run game going with some consistency to stay in third manageable and second manageable down the distances. Got to do a good job pass protecting, and the defense played very, very well. Kept us in it, gave us an opportunity. We got to find a way to start scoring some points on offense.
MSU's next challenge comes up Saturday against the number 8 Auburn. And next up in SEC play, the Ole Miss Rebels handed a 45-16 loss to the 5th-ranked LSU Tigers late Saturday night in Death Valley. The Tigers piled up 573 yards of total offense while the Rebels settled for field goals in a game that quickly would get away from them. Penalties again were a major issue for Mississippi as the Rebels committed 17 for 167 yards, minimizing any chance of success on either side of the ball. And it took just a bit, but the New Orleans Saints took a bite out of the Big Apple with their 33-18 win over the Giants in New York on Sunday. And for once, it wasn't the Drew Brees show. Rather, it was Alvin Kamara carrying the load, running for 134 yards, 3 touchdowns, while the defense finally cleaned things up in the team's 3rd straight win, moving New Orleans into sole possession of first place in the NFC South.
We talked about it all week. We want to play a complete game, come out on defense and execute, come out special teams execute, and come out on offense and execute. So, it all came together. Will Lutz, when we were moving a little slow, Will Lutz made some big kicks, and we did what we did on offense. The O-line did a great job. I can't say that enough. The O-line just handled their business up front, and we were able to get a victory.
The Saints will host the Redskins next week on Monday Night Football. How lucky are we that we're getting an extra day of baseball? It was number 163 for the Cubs and Brewers and Dodgers and Rockies this afternoon. After the weekend, the NL playoff picture was still up in the air, meaning for the first time in MLB history, there were 2 tiebreaker games to be played this afternoon. We begin out at Wrigley, where the Milwaukee Brewers and Chicago Cubs were fighting for the Central Division title. There's your NL MVP. Tied at 1 in the 8th inning, and the Brewers would break things open on behalf of Lorenzo Cain. An RBI single to put his team in front, and there were a lot of Brewers fans out at Wrigley today coming in full force. That one was followed by an insurance run from Ryan Braun. So the Cubs with their final chance here, but Josh Hader with an outstanding 2-inning performance to close this thing out as the Brewers would clinch the NL Central with a final score of 3-1. And over in LA, it was the Dodgers and Rockies battling for the West, and we would have a pitching duel until the bottom of the 4th inning. It was Cody Bellinger finally breaking this thing open, launching a 2-run shot for his 25th of the season to give the Dodgers the 2-0 lead, and they would add on a few more, making it 5-0 after pitcher Walker Buehler hit an RBI single, helping out his own cause. A great day on the mound for the rookie, giving up just 1 hit in 6.5 innings pitched. They have kind of relied on him heavily all season, and he really pulled through today. And of course, the Rockies making things interesting in the 9th. Home runs from Nolan Arenado and Trevor Story, but Kenley Jansen saving this thing for the Dodgers, closing it out as they won it 5-2 and clinched the NL West for the 6th straight year. And now they will face the Braves on Thursday.
This has been a fun wrap up to the season.
And it's funny that the Braves were the ones who had their spot secured first.
Right.
So hopefully they keep that momentum they had going.
Going into it. Thanks.